Hello, welcome to my video on proposals and what I consider the three main elements that all winning proposals have in common. Now, depending on what industry you're in, these may be considered a necessary evil. Love them, hate them. There's a bit of a Marmite effect, particularly when it comes to proposals, tendering, whatever it may be. We just can't escape the fact that certain industries, you have to do them. And if you feel like they're a waste of time, then that's probably telling me you're just not winning enough. Okay? So at the center of what we've got here is we've got the proposal. Let me just change my pen. Okay? Now, your proposal is your first step into this client. They might not have ever seen you before. 9 times out of 10 they would have probably heard of you, or at least you would have come on their list of people to go out for a proposal for. That's why you've been requested to put your proposal together. So this is their introduction to you, right? And if you're coming to me because your proposals are not hitting the mark, or you're just not getting those win rates that you want, then I would say you're just missing some substance. This is the more why choose you. Yeah, this is the, let me just write it in there. This is the why. Yeah, why you? And there could be a number of reasons why you. You can be showing them case studies. You can be talking to them about your experience in that particular area, why you believe you're a leader in that field. But of course, this why is also you ticking their risks box. They're going to have fears of the project, fears of you as the supplier. So we have to tackle those fears and tackle them early. Right? Second part is the method. And this is your how. How will you complete the project? How will you deliver the project to said client? Because often what we find is the clients are publishing these RFIs, RFPs, tenders, bids, whatever the word you use for your particular industry. But what they have is a situation. What they don't have is a solution, which is often why they're coming to you. And actually, in many cases, why the solution's being built around the situation during the tender process. Sounds a bit bonkers, and maybe I've not quite explained that correctly, but that happens. Well, we have companies that will go to a certain contractor and say, build us a tender to fulfill this project, because they do not have a solution. They just know they need something doing. How do you bring them into your method? You have to show them how you do this work. Particularly if you're experienced in this area, this field, you need to have a process. You need to have something to bring them into. Something that they see where they fit in how you do your work. What's the touch points? Some want more than others. Do your homework is certainly my area there. Do your homework, right? Because there's going to be some that don't want to know until the project's over. There's going to be some that are going to probably want some form of weekly, monthly updates as the project goes on. Now, thirdly, we need accessibility, which is ultimately the connection between you. Let me just write connect before I forget what I've said. Between you, them, the project at hand. We need to bring it all together, tie it up in a little bow, and provide it to them. Wrapped up, signed, sealed, delivered. Here you go. My main piece of advice here is visualize. Yeah, visualize where possible. We're bringing them into really a bit of a story, a bit of a kind of, here's us, here's the substance, tick, 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 here's how we do things, tick, 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 and hear how easy it is to work with us, because we lay it out nicely. It's easily navigated. It's visual. It's got images. It's not large, chunky pieces of text. Nothing worse than reams and reams and reams of paper of nothing but words, right? We need to be bringing them in. We need to be engaging them. I know this may be a contentious area, particularly where you may work or the industries that you serve. There may be procurement systems that you have to go through, and I get that. They're very stringent on 11-point aerial, no images until here, blah, blah, blah. So that's where we need to be thinking about how we're connecting it all together in that kind of story analogy. Where's the beginning, middle, end? Yeah? Let's bring them in. Let's show them what we're capable of. And let's produce a winner. Yeah? If you want more on this, I'm going to put together a little checklist of some of those areas that I've touched on. And I would like you to download that if you possibly could. That would be great. And you can go through your next tender, your next RFP. And if you tick off those, you'll have yourself a winning proposal. I'm James Doubtfire. I've built lots of proposals in the last 13, 14 years. Won over £1 million worth of £1 billion worth, should I say, of contracts for construction companies and others. So hopefully that puts your mind at ease that I've seen a fair few winners and I've seen my fair share of losers. Okay, speak to you soon.